Hey there and welcome back. In this video I'm going to do two things. I'm going to give you some of my conclusions, but before that I want to give you, as I promised earlier, a checklist of things to follow when you go to the field and get ready to fly and after you're flying. And so I want to give you that checklist first. So what you're going to see next is a scrolling checklist that will go across the screen fairly quickly. So you may want to pause the video, write it down, take screenshots of it or whatever to see the checklist. And then after the checklist, I'll give you my conclusions. So I hope you enjoyed the checklist. The Duet aircraft is a really good value for the money. For $60, you're getting a lot of good technology. Uh, but for $60, you get a simple airplane that is easy to fly in calm winds, a little bit more difficult as you've seen me flying in more heavier winds. Um, and in the comparison between the Duet and the Sport Cub S, the Sport Cub S is certainly smoother to fly. Um, Flying is a progression. And by that I mean you learn to fly one airplane and you get some um, skills at doing that, and then you have to learn. Then you can learn to fly a second airplane, a little bit more complex. It's not like learning to drive a car. It really is not like learning to drive a car. There's a lot more to larger, more complex airplanes. The basics of moving the stick and up and down, left, right are the same in the throttle, but the finesse and the technique in learning to fly is something that comes from practice and practice with multiple airplanes. Um, as hopefully you saw in my introduction to the electric micro aircraft, I'm going to be reviewing 8 micro aircraft, of which this is the first one, and there's many more to come. This is to help you make sure you have an informed decision about what's the best airplane for you to start out with, and what may be a good alternative to this airplane, because there are multiple airplanes that I recommend as a first airplane. This is one of them. The Sport Cub S is another one. And what might be a good second or third airplane to buy, and what's best for your budget and your interest in the hobby. This one had, as I said, the virtual instructor, which helps. You'll find in the other ones that the SAFE technology and the AS3X stabilization technology are all very good technologies. This has a little bit of all of that, but just in a more basic airframe and simpler technology. Last thing I'll remind you is use the AMA, sign up for it. It's a great place first to find a local RC flying field with a good place to fly and good people to help you. Signing up for the AMA is free for people 18 and under. Adults are only 75. Seniors like myself are only 65. And they do offer a park flyer program for only $38 for very small airplanes like this that are weigh less than 32 ounces. So hope you enjoyed this series of videos, and happy landings. Thank you.